Hi guys, this is your main Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So this SBC, right, actually kind of destroyed Futties in my opinion. It's one of the worst SBCs, right, that we have seen in FIFA 23. Right up there alongside your Showdown Gundong Gun. I'm gonna talk about the deep dive into your career mode for your EAFC 24, the market, as well as what to invest in. So let's just get straight into it, right? What is this terrible SBC that I'm talking about? I'm talking about this 81 plus player pick. 1 of 4. Now, what is the problem? The problem that I have with it is the requirements. EA could have made it, all gold commons. They could have made it all gold rares. They could have made it a mixture of both. But no. What do they decide to do? They decide to make it an 80 overall squad. I don't understand. Why do you make this SBC, right, so tough to complete when it's just a player pick? Why are you driving people, right, away from the menus, right, at this point of the game itself? For me, there's only one answer. What they're trying to do right now is they are basically, right, forcing you to buy fodder off the market itself. Why? Because your fodder, right, they are actually kind of expensive. And what they want to be doing is, they want you to spend your coins, right? Don't do your player pick. Don't craft your SBCs. Once you're out of coins, what do? FIFA points. What does that mean for them? Money in the bank. This to me, right, is way more terrible, right, than putting, right, Futties into packs. They are making, right, something as basic as your player pick, right, so difficult to do, which I just cannot understand why. This goes, right, against, right, everything that Futties stands for, right? Futties is at the point whereby you make it accessible, right, for people to try out your top tier cards. You allow people to have fun, right, crafting all your upgrade packs like your 85 by 10, your 86 plus player pick, so on and so forth, or even your Futties player SBC. For me, right, this is just totally, right, unacceptable. And the worst thing is, right, it's like 10k a pop for your player pick. It's like going to a restaurant, right, and they actually charge you more for the rice, right, than the chicken that you ordered. This is absolutely, right, ridiculous from EA. We're in the end game, man. Don't make it so difficult to us, right? For something as easy as, a player pick. Just don't do that. It's just it's just ridiculous for me. So what this did was, of course, right, your gold rares didn't move that much because people have to kind of, work their way around crafting this SBC. And then they have to definitely watch out for the rating itself. So again, another move, right, to stop traders from making coins. Your gold rares and even your gold commons, right, they barely move. Your gold rares, however, they were actually selling at 700 coins yesterday. So if you bought them yesterday, I suggest you, right, to list them up at 700 coins by now. And you're actually still making a little bit of a coins there. So we didn't get the crafting upgrade objective player, so your gold rares won't fly. I don't expect to see that crafting upgrade objective player this week because it's actually quite stupid if they release it and actually people that actually gonna do it. So I don't think they're actually gonna release it this week. As expected, right, we got your birthday Eusebio SBC. Let's take a look at the requirements itself. Couple of 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and 92. So the cost of this SBC, right, it's actually about 1.3 mil. So let's take a look and see whether this is overpriced. So just last week, right, Eusebio, right, he was actually at about 2.5 mil at his peak. And when we made the video yesterday, he was right around 1.7, 1.8 mil, right? And then when the SBC actually dropped, right, he actually fell down in price as well to about 1.36 at his lowest before rebounding back up to about 1.45. So like I mentioned in yesterday's video itself, right, for a card that was like 2.5 mil just a week ago, and for him to be available, right, as an SBC that only costs 1.3 mil, right, for me, that is still value for coins. And even at this stage of the game, Eusebio, right, his finishing has always been elite in the game. The only issue that I always had, right, is that he doesn't have 5-star skill moves. So this version has. So he's gonna be still the top few strikers in the game itself. So if you're missing that, top striker, you can actually try to craft him given that he's actually out for a very long time. So for me, is he expensive? Yes, but is he worth it? Yes, because he will actually stay in your team, right, till the end game itself. Let's move on, right, and talk about some of the other SBCs that we have gotten. So as expected, we got a upgrade SBC in the form of your 85 by 10, right, because the previous upgrade pack, right, actually expired yesterday. The requirements, 84 rated squad as well as an 86 rated squad. with one team of the week and one thoughts. EA actually answered my prayers, right? I mentioned that I hope that they will actually require team of the week and thoughts, and they did. So the thing with this SBC is the fact that you can actually, right, do it 2 times every single day, which is actually like super beneficial for us as traders. Comes out to about 150k. For me, it's about 50k too expensive than where I think it should be. It should be around 90 to 100k. However, this actually, right, again gives you your best chance, right, at packing your Futties. So these are your top 10 players that you can pack, right, courtesy of Dong. So for me personally, right, I'm gonna do this so that I can actually pack, right, Futties Griezmann, which is the card that I really want in my team because I'm actually missing a cam. So this SBC, right, actually refreshes, right, every single day for the next 6 days. So I told you guys in yesterday's video, right, that I was actually gonna hold on to my thoughts, right, which was what I put about 5 mil into itself, because I see them hitting at least 36k, right, within the next 3 to 4 days, but you know, it only took 1 day. So what does this show, right? This shows that as traders, right, what is the most important thing? The most important thing, right, you need to have is patience. If you have the patience, you were actually rewarded big time, right, because your thoughts went up by a crazy amount. So all these thoughts, right, I bought at between, right, 33 to 33.5k max. And as you guys can see, right, they went up as high as even, right, to about 44, 45k itself, right, like I sold Sane at. So I made about, you know, 7k a card. And what I did was, yesterday, right, before content drop, right, I actually put another 2 million coins, right, into your thoughts just before content drop, because I was convinced that they will definitely go up. So in total, I invested about 7 mil and I made about 2 mil in total, right? That brings me up to about 15.6, 15.7 mil. So it's not just me, right? The people in my Discord, right? Those who are actually patient enough, right? They actually make coins as well, right? Selling thoughts at 40k. Get another page of your thoughts. So no doubt the biggest winner yesterday, right, were definitely your thoughts. Some of your other areas of your folder, right, moved quite a bit as well. I'll talk more about that later. But the biggest winner is your thoughts, because they went up by about 10k. So this is, right, yet more pages of my thoughts selling, right? Of course, I had like 7 mil worth of thoughts, right? So there are lots and lots of pages. I'm gonna just show you guys, you know, the prices that I actually sold them at. I mostly sold them at about, you know, 42 to between 43k itself, mostly. So at the end of the day, just have patience, right? If you want to be a good trader, you ought to have patience, right? Number 1, have patience, right? Number 2, don't panic. Those are the 2 biggest tips, right, perhaps, that I can teach you guys. So what content can we expect, right, today? So for our player Futties SBC, right, we already have a leak by Sheriff. It's gonna be coming in the form of Bullet Daddy. It's actually very good in game because he actually has that, you know, hunch kind of back body type. Very strong defender. He's gonna definitely affect the prices of your center backs, especially if he comes as a premium Futties, which I expect him to be, because, you know, he's now in the Saudi League and it's actually very hard to link players from Saudi League itself. Also, right, our 86 plus player pick, right, also expires today. So the requirements, right, are actually an 81 rated squad with a team of the week. So we could get the re-release of this SBC, right, or maybe something along the lines of an 85 plus player pick. My guess is it should require a team of the week, right, hopefully, anyway. So we also have the refresh of your 85 by 10, like I mentioned, as well as your 87, right, best of batch 1 refreshing as well. So with that in mind, right, what should we be investing in? So I actually want to take a look at, you know, the prices of some of the folder and how it moved yesterday first. So your 83s, right, for console, right, they went from 3.3 all the way up to about 4.5. Now for PC, it's actually where it gets absolutely, right, crazy. They went from about 3.4k, right, all the way up to about 5.7k, which is absolutely crazy. That's like a more than a 2,000 coin jump for your 83s. So I see your 83s, right, still doing pretty well. They are no doubt on the higher side now, but they might be worth the risk, right? It's actually kind of risky. So if you want to take that little bit of risk, right, console players 3.2k max, 3k on bid. PC players 3.7k max, 3.5k on bid for your 83s. Your 84s did pretty decent as well. For your console players, right, they went from about 5.4 to about 6.1. Again, for PC, right, it's actually crazy. They went from about 5.2, right, all the way up to about 8.7. That's like a 3.5k increase. So for your console players, right, you can get them 4k max, 3.5k on bid. PC players 5k max, 4.5k on bid. So 86ers, no, they did not do that bad as well. They actually went up by about 2,000 coins. From console players, right, 10k up to about 11,750. For PC players, same, 9.6 up to about 11.5. That's like a 2k kind of a jump. 86ers, right, for your console players, right, 9.2k max, 9k on bid. PC players, 9.3k max, 9k on bid. So for me, your PC players, right, your best ratings to go for, right, are definitely your 83s and your 84s itself, given how high they actually flew. Of course, like I mentioned, 83s are a bit of a risk given how high they are. However, I think that your 84s are actually pretty much safe. For console players, right, I personally, right, would just go for 86s. I think that is the safe bet for your console players. So of course, right, our team of the weeks flew too yesterday because they were actually required in SBCs. 22k up to about 29k. That's like a 7k jump, right? 23k to 28k for your PC players. So those are your discard team of the weeks, your 83 and lower. So your higher rated team of the weeks, like your Douglas Luiz 88, he went from about 25k all the way up to about 35k. That's a 10k jump, right? Almost. So they actually did pretty well also. So right now, right, how much are your team of the weeks, and can we actually, right, still invest in them? I believe they are actually up at around about 27.5k itself. For me, it's not very wise, right, to actually invest in your team of the weeks, given that, especially for your discard team of the weeks, right, their price range is max at 30k, so you can't sell higher than that. So for your lower rated ones, what you can do is you can do quick flips, right? Try to get them on bid at 25k and then sell them off immediately at 27.5k. So you make about 1.1k per card, right? I wouldn't hold on to this. I'll just do quick flips for those rated 83 and lower for your team of the weeks. So what about your higher rated team of the weeks? I think, right, that is actually the place to go, right, for your investments. So specifically, right, I'm looking at your 88 rated team of the weeks. So what you want to be doing, right, is go to Footbin, try to pick your 88 rated team of the weeks. So somebody like Vlahovic, right, will actually do pretty well. So I think, 32.5k is kind of a good price for your 88 rated team of the weeks. Try to find those, right, with higher price ranges. For Vlahovic, right, 42.5k is kind of okay. But ideally, right, you want to find price ranges, right, that is actually at 50k itself. I think that's a better shout. So yes, I really like those, rated 88 for your team of the weeks as one of the investments that we can do today for your higher rated ones. Same thing for your PC players. Just make sure that you can get on content, right, to actually sell all these team of the weeks because they are already inflated. So what about, team of the season itself? Can we still actually invest in them? So right now, right, I believe, right, they are actually, right, still at the same price as they were yesterday. They didn't really drop at about 43k itself. I don't think it's ideal, right, to invest in them for, the longer term, given the fact that, again, they're actually restricted by their max price range of being 50k. So what you can be doing, right, is you can pick them up at 43k still, and then possibly sell them off at a higher price, right, during content drop itself, right? But personally, right, I'll just go for your 88 team of the weeks, your 86ers as well for your console players, and then your PC players, 83s, 84s, and your team of the weeks. So yesterday, we actually have the EAFC 24, right, career mode trailer that was actually dropped. So I'm just go through with y'all, right, the things that they're actually spoken about and actually, try to give you guys a better explanation. Right, I've actually played career mode as well, right, in FIFA 22 and before that as well. So, let's just take a look and see, how good this thing is or what improvements they have for us.
Welcome back to our EA Sports FC 24 Deep Dive series. I'm Sheldon, and today I'm joined by Alex and Pete from our EA dev team to talk about everything that's new in manager and player career. How are we feeling?
Hey Sheldon, very, very excited to be here today.
Yeah, lots of exciting features to go over.
I know that control is a big theme this year,
Bandol ceremony.
and there are so many changes in this space, separating manager career and player career. So let's start with manager career. How are people able to lead their club and tactics in new ways in FC 24?
Well, at the heart of many successful clubs,
Fantastic that you can choose, actual real-life managers.
you'll find a manager who has been given the power to shape the tactical style and bring his own vision to life. And that's how manager career feels in FC 24 as well.
We've just looked at how Pep and Ancelotti and Klopp and all the real world managers, how they actually play, what they're trying to deliver across their club. We've taken things like park the bus, Gegenpressing, and giving you the chance to develop them with your team in your own style.
And once you've chosen that style, how will managers shape it and make it their own?
The best managers in the world rely on a coaching staff to bring their tactics to life. So this year we're introducing coaches to help you do the same. Coaches will have a huge impact on how well your team learns your tactics and how players will develop.
These coaches will provide different.
So what they're saying is the better your coaches, right, the better your players, right, actually execute your tactics. Therefore, it actually gives you a higher chance of winning games.
Bonuses to players for the different departments, so attacking, defending, midfield, goalkeeping coaches, and they'll lead to better boosts for your players' attributes, and they can be shifted around as necessary.
Having more coaches and, of course, better quality coaches in a given department will actually accelerate the player's development. So if you sign a new striker, you might reshuffle your staff to have more coaches in the attacking department and manage the workload to get the most out of their development.
Sonny!
They were so good today, and give credit to the coach. He got his tactics absolutely right here.
So with all these new coaches, it feels like preparation is a big focus of manager career this year. So what have you been cooking up on the training ground to give people more control over what happens on match day?
There are actually 3 new features for match preparation: training plans, pre-match reports, and match-ready training. The first way to make sure your players are playing at 100% is to keep them sharp. The expertise of coaches sets a ceiling of how much of a boost a player can get to their attributes, but their sharpness decides how much of this boost they'll actually get game to game.
Okay.
Training plans are something that the community have talked to us about a lot, and we know that we could improve that. So we've redesigned them this year to make it easier and make it more accessible so players can actually keep their players sharp, but also make sure they're fit and in top physical condition.
So what they are trying to say is it's actually easier for us to do the training. I remember back in FIFA 22 when I was playing career mode, right? You have the option of using an individual player, right, to improve his passing, for example. You can also, right, simulate the training or do it yourself. So we'll see what they actually mean, right, when they say that they've actually made training easier to improve the player's stats.
Feels like this is really going to be helpful in keeping the team going all year. So how about managing your training on a game-to-game level?
Well, we're introducing pre-match reports as well this year, so you can understand your opposition, how they play, find ways to tweak your.
So I think what they're trying to do, right, with these pre-match reports, right, they're probably something similar to what we actually get in Football Manager, which is, of course, right, I think they are actually the leader, right, in the manager type of a game mode. For me personally, right, I think if you actually want to play like a manager kind of game, right, I think Football Manager is the best in my personal opinion. So let's take a look at what they have for this pre-match report.
Tactics and get the upper hand against them.
So if you're playing against Man City, you might not try to have as much possession. And if you're lining up against Real Madrid, you'll want to watch out for pace on the counter-attack. So we want you to be able to use these pre-match reports to understand how they like to play and make a plan for what you might need to do to stop them.
Say the pre-match report is telling you that the other team likes to park the bus. You know you're going to need great passing to unlock their defence.
Okay,
With
quite a
match-ready
good
training,
feature.
you'll be able to play
Makes
training
sense.
drills that unlock one-time play styles for your players to use in the upcoming match. So in this
One-time
case, you
play
select
styles.
a drill that focuses on passing and will offer the players involved in that drill some key passing play styles.
So how much of an impact will this have on their performance?
This will literally change the game. For example, we see how the players cross and head the ball in the training drill. Here's what those same players look like performing the
Cool,
same
this
action,
is really cool.
this time in the
Nice.
game with those additional crossing and heading playstyles.
So what they're saying is, you know, the pre-match report, right, will tell you the playstyle of your opponents and what is their weakness. So take, for example, right, if the team that you're facing, right, it's actually weak in the air, you can start to train your players, right, to focus more on crossing and heading during that week. And they're actually, right, very likely or more likely to replicate what they did in training in the actual match itself, which is, you know, kind of cool. And I think they also mentioned the fact that they will actually, your players will actually, right, according to what training you give them, right, they will actually get that particular play style, right, for just 1 week. So not bad, not bad.
You're right. You can really see the difference that it's making. So once you get into a game, is there anything else new in manager career?
Absolutely. Our community has been really looking forward to have the ability to spectate matches, focusing on one player or watching the whole matches if you're in the stands or even from the touchline as the manager.
So previously, right, as in FIFA 23 itself, right, you can actually, right, spectate the game, but I know that it's actually very, very difficult to make yourself a spectator in the game. So right now, they're actually making it easier for us. And they're actually giving us, right, different kind of camera angles, right, to watch the match from itself.
and you'll still be able to make tactical
So these tactical adjustments, right,
watch.
are the same as
This looks
Ultimate Team.
amazing. We haven't even spoken
Right, tuck sideline or team press or stay wide extra striker, exactly the same as your Ultimate Team.
about player career. So shifting gears to the other side of the career experience. All right, I want to go be the next club legend for Liverpool. How am I doing that in FC 24?
I'm glad you have that dream in mind, Sheldon, because that's exactly the type of thing we want to celebrate in player career this year.
That's why we're introducing in player career the player agent. Your player agent will have your back throughout your career. You'll tell them where you want to go, and they'll give you guidance every step of the way on how to get there.
Yeah, that advice comes to life as career path objectives, so you have clear targets to deliver on, and you can make that move to your dream club a reality.
What would some of these objectives look like?
Not
so
bad.
let's say I
A bit
want
objectives
to
to
start
get
in the lower league, but then
your dream move.
eventually make it to Liverpool.
Your player agent will know which stepping stone clubs you should be working towards,
Leader clubs.
and they'll give you certain milestones to help you make those jumps. So, if you're a striker, that might mean reliably scoring 15 goals a season. Hit those targets, and you'll attract the interest from teams that advance you down your chosen career path.
His speed of movement and finishing have been brilliant. He's certainly going to be difficult to stop today.
What are some ways that we can make sure that we are going to be hitting all of our goals in player career?
Well, we've redesigned player career personality
Play
feature
styles.
to really focus around play styles that we've mentioned before. As you make the decisions on and off the field, you'll actually get choices as to how your player plays on the field.
Yeah, so this year, each personality tier will unlock another playstyle you'll be able to use. And the playstyles you have to choose from will be based on what personality type you have. Get to the top tier of a personality and you'll unlock a playstyle plus.
I don't really understand this part, like what has your personality, right, or to do with the playstyle that you have. Maybe they're saying, right, if your personality is very self-centered, right, then one of your playstyle that you have, right, is what? Solo dribbler, I guess.
This will take one of your signature abilities to world class. So you'll be able to dribble like Vinny or shoot like Holland.
You can really see these play styles come to life. And is this a new camera in player career?
Exactly. We really wanted to put the player at the center of attention. So maybe when you decide to take an opponent one-on-one, you now have more immersion in those key moments of the match.
All right, and through all of this, we look great on the pitch. The play styles are in full effect, and now we're winning championships, and it feels like we're really celebrating these massive moments.
Indeed. We've expanded dynamic moments in player and manager career to include some
More
famous
celebratory
celebratory
scenes.
moments like a trophy bus parade or end-of-year
touch.
award ceremonies.
Ballon d'Or. I think the Ballon d'Or ceremony is one of the biggest thing that I've actually done, right? Because your Ballon d'Or ceremony, right, basically is the crowning moment, right, in a player's career. Rivaldo, Haaland,
Celebrate the
Edison.
success of this deep dive. And I have my eye on that Ballon d'Or. That looks incredible in FC 24. Appreciate you taking the time to go over all of these new features in player and manager career.
Thank you.
So that's all for the deep dive for your career mode. So what are some of the other improvements, right, that people actually want? So I've been reading the comments and all, and people are saying they want more realistic transfers by the AI. So we don't want a case whereby Harry Maguire signs for Real Madrid. We also want some stat history, right, for every player in the game, goals, assists, the trophies that they have actually won. So for your player career mode as well, the coach actually, right, never changes the squad. So by February, right, the whole team, right, it's actually in the mud. So those are some of the improvements, right, that the community wants to see, right, your season career mode players. So let me know what you want to see for your improvements, right, for your EAFC 24 in regards to your career and player mode itself. Sadly, right, one improvement that we definitely won't be seeing, right, is the online career mode, right, that people have been asking for, as confirmed by Dong, at least for EAFC 24. You can't play with your friends who might be in different teams, which would actually be fantastic. However, they mentioned that they're actually, right, developing it for subsequent titles. How long will that take? Nobody knows. So that's it for the EAFC 24 career mode deep dive, right? Let me know down in the comment section below, right, what kind of improvements you guys would like to see. And then moving back to FIFA 23, we have more pages of profits. Like I told you guys, right, 86s and 87s yesterday, we're picking up 87 specials at 12k, selling off at between 14 to 14.5k. Another page of 87s. So if you guys want the sell prices, join out the Discord while it's still currently free. I provide you guys, right, 2 selling prices, right, to make sure y'all make profit, and basically everybody in the Discord is making coins. If you have Amazon Prime, right, remember to link your Amazon Prime account to your EA Sports account, and you actually get a free Prime Gaming pack every month. And of course, if you actually enjoy the content on the channel, you can actually sub to me for free on Twitch. It's gonna be free for you, but it actually means a lot to me because it'll actually motivate me, right, to push out more quality content for you guys. So thank you guys for staying to the end of the video, right? I have an 86 plus player pick. Hopefully we see something decent out of this. This is the last one for today. Not bad. Got myself a cheeky Ramos. So that's it from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more trading videos, leaks, news, even for EAFC 24, hit that sub button. We are actually less than 20 subs away from that big 900 mark. And I'm out. Alright, take care guys.